XRP, some liquidity, and the Sigma coin. So, all right, we've got ourselves the battle of $1.47, and the answer wasn't even a battle so far, just a complete smackdown. Not even the ability to squeeze much higher from $1.45, and we couldn't even make it back up there. Now, we've done this with a 5-wave move to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So whenever you have these 5-wave move to the downside, that's a pretty likelihood that we're going to have a continuation lower, and or at least some type of corrective pattern. And that's what it appears that we're making here at this point in time. So bullish count would be that we miscounted somewhere and we had our wave 1, 2, 3, and then this is our wave 4 of some kind that's playing out with a 5, 3, 5 corrective move. But it's looking pretty weak based off of what I was expecting for this fractal move. So here's your bullish count where we continue onward and upward, and this can even get nice and parabolic and head way up there. We also have our bearish count where we're not quite done with this move. We actually end up doing this as a corrective ABC to the upside, and from there we actually will come down and do a 5-wave move to the downside, re-sweeping these lows down here at $1.34 and then heading out of here. So this could be a process and a half for sure, back testing the 21-day moving average, all that good stuff. So right now I'm leaning more towards this one right here, just because it feels like we just can't have enough strength to even get to the $1.47. I was hoping to be the battle and breakthrough, and we ended up getting this additional leg lower, and that is why this changed my bias to this count here. Now, in addition to that, we have the way to look at the liquidity, right? So the liquidity has shown up, and here we are over the last week, and we can see that we do have some liquidity to the upside at $1.45. That'd be cool, right? Moving up and then just grinding through all this liquidity right here. But so many people showed up to the party down here at 134 that this would be very likely that this area of 134 down here, 132, 134 would be the area that we would come back down to and back test into. So that's kind of where my bias is leaning at this point in time. We did cross, right? So if this was our bullish count, like so if we go here and we move this over and we push this back here, and we're assuming this kind of bullish count setup here playing out, well, we did cross, right? So the high of the wave 1 would put us right here at this price there. Let's get the little magnet there. So we get the price up to this level right here, and we crossed. Do you see that? So that cross right there is what really kind of did it in for me to think that the bullish count was gone. There is, of course, the rising wedge like we had over here, but at this point I'm thinking that it's probably more likely that we're doing the downside move. So, and this was an ABC because of that crossing. So, all right, so if you are going long, just make sure you're aware of that and be ready to buy lower if you need to. Set a line in the sand, which for me was right here, so that bounce off the reaction was pretty nice. And now we're just waiting for a lower entry to come into play to give us the ability to push and get ourselves accumulation again, and then another takeoff. So, all right, we got that. And then now let's jump over to the Sigma coin. Well, the Sigma coin is telling us the same type of thing as of right now. We have our initial 5-wave off the lows, an ABC. They did not cross, and now we're just looking to see if we can get a maximization of a squeeze, maybe into some type of retrace for XRP here, and then that would give us that squeeze up to finish out this leg, or at least a long consolidation. We might have to do like a flat here where we end up doing a ABC up from here, and then we can't hold this, and then this ends up becoming a flat leg, come back down, then we can go, right? So we're just going to still wait, watch, and see, but as of right now, Sigma is telling us that it is bullish with this bull flag, assuming that these two micro waves do not cross, that one and that one. So that's what we would want to hold this level and continue higher from here. So Sigma's looking good. Liquidation showing that we can go most likely down, but we do have that sweep to the upside. And then if you're looking for alpha, we did part of last night's trade is we had under our modules 2 of these that went off that helped me with taking some profits. Was the sequence pressure, which gave us the ability to bounce off that low, which we got yesterday. And then we had our rails, which gave us our buy and sell zones. And I was able to put a stop loss at night, or sorry, a stop profit right at night, and right into that first sell zone, woke up and had some profits, and it was lower than where I sold. So that's what I was able to use yesterday. So if you want that, that's over at the Ticker Tactics website. So we've got the Ticker Tactics to help you snipe these moves. We've got the liquidation telling you that what we have. Sigma is looking still bullish at this point. It might be a larger flat correction or a continuation. We'll find out together. And then finally, we've got XRP, what in my opinion right now, giving us the breakdown move because of this cross of wave 1 and wave 4. And that's what is leading me to believe that this is just an ABC up, and we have another leg lower to backtest all this and get rid of that supply at the $1.34 region. Then we can get out of here. Damn it, let's get out of here. So, all right, guys, we'll check in tomorrow, and thanks so much for watching.